I really don't think it's a either or conversation. I think marketers need to be using both walled gardens and the open web.
Hey everyone, this is Josh Jolly here, Senior Director of Content Marketing here at Sky. I'm here with Annie Rector from the Trade Desk. Hey Annie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And could you introduce yourself for the audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So hi everyone, I'm Annie Rector. I am a Senior Director of Business Development at the Trade Desk. And what that means is I basically lead the sales team for our Mountain West region. So excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Great. And you know, this is buzzwords. So today's buzzword is potpourri. You got to use potpourri in one of your answers. You ready to go?
I think I can do it.
Excellent. Okay. Annie, in our pre-interview, you talked about how CTV, connected TV is democratizing the largest screen in the house. You actually used that phrase, democratizing the largest screen in the house. What did you mean by that?
It's a great question. The way that TV can be bought and sold today has dramatically changed in the last 5 to 10 years. So as we all know, previously there was no streaming, there was just cable TV. And if you were an advertiser, you typically had to spend millions of dollars in the upfront, or you had to commit a bunch of money in the scatter in order to have your advertisement appear in the largest screen of the house. That has really changed with the evolution of digital, with the evolution of streaming, and with the evolution of programmatic, which is what the Trade Desk does. So you no longer need to have millions or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to be successful and have your advertisement show up on the largest screen in the household, which is the TV.
One of the biggest things on marketers' minds these days is all the data deprecation trends and the loss of signal. A few years ago, when all this started, the Trade Desk announced that they were building some sort of unified ID solution. What's the state of that right now?
Today, identifiers are degrading. And so several years ago, the Trade Desk announced what we call Unified ID 2.0. And it's an industry-wide solution that helps preserve the value of relevant advertising. As an industry, we've done a horrible job of communicating the value exchange today of the internet. We all see relevant advertising in exchange for free access to content. And we need an identity solution to maintain that free access to content. And so what we did is, again, we created Unified ID 2.0. And basically what it is, it's a token that gets created that's keyed off of a consumer's email address. And it is salted, hashed, encrypted, so it can never be, connected back to a person and their email address. It's also going to be governed independently. So the Trade Desk created this, but we really do believe it's an industry-wide solution. And so we are going to hand over the keys to the car, per se, to an independent body and let them control it so that we're really federating the power for the internet. Today, it's really honestly has taken off. There's a lot of momentum behind it. Big name brands like P&G have publicly committed to using UID 2.0, as well as major publishers like Peacock, Disney, AWS.
All right, Annie, last question. There's been a long-standing open debate about the pros and cons of advertising via the open web versus walled gardens and so forth. There's people on both sides. What's your stance?
So I really don't think it's a either or conversation. I think marketers need to be using both walled gardens and the open web. For a long time, the walled gardens were the best option because the open internet was big and so fragmented, a potpourri of advertising, if you will. But as the internet has evolved, advertisers no longer have to do 10 or 20 direct IOs. Programmatic and platforms like the Trade Desk allow marketers to consolidate all of their open web media, and it can be an amazing tool in the marketer's tool belt.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. You have successfully navigated the Buzzword Challenge, and we appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.